Hello, everyone. This is Grover Cleveland, landlord of these great United States here. You're watching Ink the Book Show. Be sure to follow the hidden clues in order to get your kids back. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. And if you like his work on the Bonehead comic, you can also watch his Bonehead cartoon. The link to all these things and more can be found in the description. Furthermore, be sure to like and share and subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. Thank you. Da.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Hey everybody, it's Ryan O'Connor here, ready to ink some stuff, some artwork. Not the book though. Still working on the final pages of the 250-page graphic novel Bonehead. I'm almost done inking the whole book. But I am going to be doing some new sketchbook drawings. So I figured I would draw something from scratch since I've just been inking and coloring drawings that I've already done in here. So let's get onto the sketchbook. So there's some ape lady. Here is, so I drew a zombie. There's a little zombie guy here. Hold on. There he is. There's a little fish robot guy here. And then for some reason, I was trying to draw the Tasmanian devil from memory. And this one came out better, but ghastly also. Here are some sketches of the Halloween costume I'm planning. This rough sketch I just did, where I'm gonna wear it like a jacket. The arms will enclose around my arms. Then this part's open, and it's like it's like the back of the jacket here. But then there's like a tube cone tail that comes off the bottom of the back, and then attached to the top is going to be like a hood of a helmet, and then it's going to have like a functioning jaw, and then you look out the mouth, and then I'm going to make like little boots. It won't have like bottoms, like soles, but it'll like sit on top of my feet. That's what I'm thinking anyway. That's what I'm going to try and make out of cardboard for my Halloween costume this year. Don't tell my family. It's I'm trying to win a Halloween costume contest. Okay, so here's a crisp white page. What are we going to draw? I don't even know where I am. Let's see. So we did a piece of toast a couple days ago, and then we did a banana guy yesterday. So I'm wondering if I should do another piece of food. I was saying yesterday I might like to do like more fruit guys. That looks too butt-y. I need my real eraser. Here's a real eraser, but where's the broken in one? I don't even know where my pencil that I was using is. Oh well. So I like to just do character drawings all the time. I just make up characters. That's all I do. In my sketchbooks, just about. So we're drawing some kind of apple. And then, see, I'm not going to make my typical face, I think. I'm going to do these eyes really wide apart. And then I'll give him a nose because that seems like a terrible idea. I just want to do something like make him a little less what I would typically do. What else? And then I'm kind of wanting to just give him arms and legs that sprout out like that. What else would I do? Wow, there's a lot of umming I'm doing. Part of the reason I haven't been drawing stuff on camera is because I'm partly afraid that I won't land on anything good. This isn't terrible, but it's not great. I'm gonna make it the guy wearing a fluffy sweater for some reason. Wait, what am I trying to do? I'm gonna draw his gesture down first, because I wasn't getting what I was after. So okay. I don't know why a fluffy sweater. It's just what's in my heart. This almost doesn't even look like a sweater to me. That thumb looks weird. What's a thumb anyway? What am I doing? And then what this was, he's gonna have a heart stitched onto his sweater. It's like a patch, I guess. His chin should be more this way. Right? Yeah, he's a little more centered that way. He seems like a happy guy. Let's see. So this was me like trying to go against my, like, I went with the first idea I had, which was to do an apple guy, but I was trying to like betray my instincts a little bit. Here, I'll do it once more, and I'll give him like little bows on his, I'll do laces on his shoes, because I would never do that normally. There. We have a weird apple guy. I'm going to give him a cape, too, because I don't know. It just seems like the wrong thing to do. There. I'm going to also make a little worm sidekick popping out of his head. Okay. He's going to be wearing sunglasses. And a backwards hat. My stomach's growling. Okay. Okay, so that's our drawing. It's horizon line. Some kind of shadow. Okay, and then that's going to be the background. Just some kind of streaky, some streak of color. Okay. T. Now to ink this fool. I think he's nice. So this is some kind of multi-liner pen. Size 0.8, I guess. I just picked up whatever. There's some random brand. Let me see. Because I have like 7 different sets in here. This is the Divicle. Bicycle with a D. I don't know what it is. Never heard of them. So this probably still looks like something I would draw, I guess, but probably looks a little less formulaic than I can get. I don't quite remember the show, but I feel like it kind of reminds me of The Busy World of Richard Scarry. Those were all just animals. There weren't like things for people. But there was the worm guy named Loli. who drove an apple. Maybe that's why I'm thinking of it. I wonder if this worm is driving this guy. That'd be cool. Maybe not for the guy, but... Okay, wait. Sunglasses. I'll bet this worm wears his sunglasses at night. He wears them indoors. He wears them to formal dinners. He wears them when he's in the tanning booth. I guess that's fine. Do I want the arm or his body to be over his arm? There we go. I decided the arm. I'm gonna do a little cuff there. So normally I'm inking my book, but this week I'm trying to focus on getting the last few pages penciled. It's a scene I'm rewriting and redrawing. So I'm planning the last pages right now. It's really getting drawn out for me. I mean, like, belabored and taking me forever is what I mean by that. And it's also getting put on the back burner a lot for no good reason, but I'm hoping I will finish them this week or so. And I've documented the inking of the entire book so far on YouTube, and I've also on Twitch, but all the videos are still up on YouTube. That's one thing that kind of doesn't appeal to me about Twitch, is that the videos go away. Though Twitch is a pretty kind place for somebody starting out streaming, I will say. So I've been working on the book for about a year now. Or that is, I've been inking it for about a year on these streams. Now that I'm almost done, I'm hoping I will be ready to start coloring it soon. But I got to get them all scanned as well. All 250 pages or whatever it is. Something like that. Okay, here's this nerd. And then I'm gonna do the horizon. Yeah. Okay. And now we'll color them. Oh, but not before erasing our pencils with this eraser. I have a whole box of these, but where is the one I've been using that is down to a nub? It's a secret, I guess. Oh. No, I really don't know. Oh, you know what? I meant to do a little cuff on this hand, too. The only thing I'm going to leave pencils-wise is this little thing, because that's not going to have an outline. Did you see how I started to throw down his body when I first was drawing him? And I was like, oh, this isn't the pose this is already not the pose I had in mind when after I drew a couple lines. And then I threw down his, gesture lines and was able to kind of do what was in my head a little better. That is a good I don't know, that helps me a lot. That helps a lot of artists a lot, like to do your gestures. It's also kind of why you do the little crosshairs on the head. When you first sketch a head, you'll do a circle and then the little cross lines. The point of that is, I don't know why I went over it and made it messy, but the point of that is to kind of plot your eye line. And kind of give your head direction. And it really helps you kind of it's a good foundational thing to help you figure out how you're laying out your drawing. I never understood when I saw kids or artists do that. When I was in high school, even, and then I read a post. John Chris the Ren and Stimpy guy, who's um, infamously a bad guy now. um, he used to have this great art blog that I would read every day, and he kind of explained it, and I from then on got it. So you're just trying to like, I see when I would see how to draw books when I was a kid, I always thought they were I always thought they were dumb because like half of the steps were like, okay, and then erase half the lines you drew on the last step. I thought that was really annoying. But the reason you're putting down lines that you end up erasing really is you're following through lines, and so you can draw them smoother, or you're setting up or they're just foundational lines that help you kind of plot your drawing a little better. And it's actually just so you can draw better generally. Because like when I had whenever I would look at how to draw books, I would always like, I would do them step by step, but I would always look ahead and not draw like the stuff that didn't end up in the final version. I would skip those lines and basically not really learn from the how to draw book. Okay, so here's our Apple Man. I kind of like him, actually. I should not go with my instincts more often. Oh, I gotta erase the lines on this worm. Or the pencils on this worm. And then we're gonna make his head red. Let me see. We've got cherry. I am not too fond of cherry. What is this one? This one is henna. That looks more like an apple red. There's that. And then there's like crimson red here. Okay, I think I'm going to use those two, henna and crimson. But also, how about for a highlight? I think. So I'm just testing all my markers down here. This is blush pink light. Sure. I'm also leaving a little bit of white on the edge there. These are Prismacolor markers. I was introduced to these in middle school. My best friend that year was a guy named Mike Giuliano. And he always would draw with Prismacolor markers, which I had never heard before. And he was a great cartoonist and artist, and he would make up characters and like I would, only his were like like more badass and more brilliantly colored than anything I was doing. So I went out and got my first set of Prismacolor markers, and I've been using them ever since. So let's see. I have my face. I whacked my dang face on the camera. Just kidding. I mean, I brushed my glasses against the camera. One time I said, ow, I hit my face on the camera, and someone in the chat was like, are you okay? Like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just being dramatic. Here, let me throw down the shadow actually too first. So my roommates are getting married next June. And last night my buddy goes, hey, Ryan's good at this. Hey, what should the hashtag for our wedding be? And his last name is Dewis. And I was like, oh, well, till death do us part. Or till death do his part. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, see, that's what my brother said, but they're using it for their wedding. It's like, oh, man, rip off. That's perfect. And so I was like racking my brain for a minute, and I came up with a new one. And the new one I landed on was do as I say and say I do. Do as I say and say I do. I thought that was pretty good. That highlight might be too stark. Might have to do something a little closer to this red, I'm kind of thinking. And my stomach is growling. I need to eat something. Food, preferably. And not like tree bark or clothing. Car parts. That would be a drag. Having to eat car parts. A sincere drag. Okay. So this is pink or blush pink light. I'm pretty sure I have just a regular old blush pink. Yeah. Yeah, that works a little more. It's a little more unifying. I'll also make the heart on his shirt this color. It's got a leaf up here. That will be blue. No, green. Sorry, I was trying to decide which green I was going to do. Green tea. That's one of my favorite greens. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go with the light blush again for his tongue. His tongue. There's no L in tongue. Clay rose for the inside cheek. Gonna do a little bit a teensy weensy tiny little bit of sand for his stem. No, I got to get a real brown in there. That's a little... Yeah, it works. Touch of driftwood. Let's color this worm fella. I think what did I do with that? Driftwood. I sincerely do not know. What's deco pink like? Oh, that's a worm color if I ever saw one. That's a worm color. That's a worm color for sure. I'm gonna give him a little bit of, let's see, a little shade on his worm body. Let's see. I think there's a spearmint, I think is what I'm thinking of for his, this is lime green. Spearmint, I think that's what I want for his sweatshirt, yeah. If I don't erase the pencils, they sometimes show through the markers and they're kind of like stuck on the page. if I do the markers on top of them, the pencils, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. Sometimes it's a nice effect. You know what it kind of reminds me of sometimes? It's like Winnie the Pooh, the old Disney Winnie the Pooh, or for that matter, the Jungle Book. Like the style of those movies, they're very, or even 101 Dalmatians. You the pencils are very scratchy. I forget what the deal is with that, but they left the pencil art show through. They left it in for those movies. It was like an intentional thing. I should have probably done some shadow on. What's this one? This is Celadon green. How does that? Yeah, that'd be a good shadow counterpart for this color. Maybe not deep enough. I think I need something a little heavier, a little darker. Okay. Thanks a lot, Celadon Green. You've been great. Okay, back to the old spearmint. It looks like his whole arm is dark now. Hope that blends in a little better when it dries. Okay, and then I'm gonna make his eyes yellow. Fine point. Okay, and I left a little highlight there. I think I'm also going to do it shade darker for part of it. think goldenrod, just to make the color a little deeper. Oh yeah, those are fried eggs, man. Speaking of deeper, I'm gonna give his eyes a little shade with my cloud blue. Okay. And then I could do like this Brittany blue for his pantaloons. Let me see what shade goes with that though. What I could do no. See, I never use this navy blue. It's too dang dark. Let me see it on its own. I'll let that dry. I have an indigo blue. I have periwinkle. I think that's more what I'm looking for. Periwinkle will do it. So we got Brittany blue and periwinkle for the pants. For the pants. So this is the kind of drawing I post on Instagram and Twitter all the dang time. I was doing it every day for a couple years. This is all I do. You're witnessing it from start to finish today. I'm gonna get busted by Disney if I keep whistling that. Let me hit that again with the periwinkle. And then I'm looking for the right gray for his shoes. I don't want a cool gray. This is French gray 20, too light. Cool gray. No. Warm gray 40. Little too light. Warm gray 40. Again. Warm gray 20. French gray 40. What's that one like? I think that might work. Yeah. French gray 40. I like French gray. Okay. And then, let's see, we'll do like some cream yellow laces. These have a fine point and a broad point. Let me try this one. No, that's Deco yellow. I think I have another cream. Yeah, here it is. Because that one wasn't working to my liking. Okay. I'm going to give them some let's see. Some like human hands. What's a good human color? That sounds like it could be a touchy question, the way I said it. That doesn't sound like a good question. That's the wrong way to ask that question. What's a good human color? I'm just trying to find some kind of skin tone. I'm not trying to get crucified here. I'm just trying to find a skin tone. Any old skin tone will do. What else? So he had to have a cape. I see purple for it. This is what? Gray lavender? A little too gray, if you ask me. Violet mist? Oh, yeah. Violet mist wins the day. Gray lavender might be good for the background part. Actually, I might do something else for the little highlight. Wait, what color? Oh, there's another purple I've used here already, I think. Lilac? What did I use that for? Some kind of shadow? Actually, that might be good for the inside shadow too. I was going to do a bit of this. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't think it does. Violet mist. Okay, we're going to do the lilacs. I'll have to bust out the other purple I was using for the shoulder parts. Bumble, 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 bumble. I'm trying to say bumble, 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 bumble. So, you know. Dumble, 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 dumble. Dumble works better coming out of my mouth like that than bumble. Bumble, 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 bumble. Let's see. Let me go. This is going to be like another part of the collar. This avocado will be the cuff color, the collar color, and what did we use? I think did we use sand for his hands? I don't even remember what I colored him with. His hands. I used 2 colors. I don't know what either one of them was. Well, good thing it's only like a dot. Why am I fretting? Okay. And it's under his big bulbous apple head. I'm gonna take cloud blue again, if I can find it. See, it doesn't quite look like it ought to anymore. It's a little faded, my cloud blue, so I'm usually a lot better at recognizing the colors at a glance. Yesterday I was having trouble because of the way the light is in this room. Oh, it's down here. Cloud blue. That I use for shadows a bit. And then we're just going to do this color behind him, which I'm thinking yellow again. Tulip yellow? Just some abstract background. Jackson Pollock would be proud. I don't think this marker is going to make it. But luckily I have a lot of colors that kind of blend in that range. Jasmine, I think, is good in a pinch when like these can be fairly interchangeable when you need them to be. I think there's a few colors in this range that work well should some other marker, or should one of them crap out on you, like you can kind of change places. I'm just trying to avoid the pencil because, like I was saying earlier, when you put the marker over it, it seems to kind of like seal in the pencil. You can't quite erase it. Man, this one might need replacing too. Sunburst yellow. I think this is a little richer than those ones. Okay, and then why don't I continue this down here a little bit? I think that'll be a nice touch. Okay, and there's this drawing. I think that it's done, personally. So that'll go up on... Oh, you know what? I will do one little additional touch because I want some other shadow color. On his shirt because that celadon green was a little too close. So I'm using muted turquoise as the shadow. That's a good one. It's like a bluish color, but It works. This is a bluish green to begin with. All right. So that's going to be this drawing. So I'll post this to Wrangleshank on Instagram, and I'll post it to Wrangleshank on Twitter if you care. Give me a follow. This is the kind of stuff I post there. That's pretty much all the kind of stuff I post there. No, I won't go on some tirade about something you don't care about. I just do the art. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. This has been Ink the Book Show. Sans book. The book is coming back, though, for the last few pages. Here, I'll show some inks real quick before I go. I'll show some of the comic pages real quick. So, so, like I said, I've done about 240 pages or so. My book, Bonehead. Here's a cover. It's going to have a Bonehead. It's going to have a logo here. My name somewhere. Probably. Right? If it's a book. Here's one of the intro, the opening pages. It's a comet flying through space past a Saturn. A Saturn. And then there's a moody little bonehead standing in a doorway. Let's get to the comic. I always hate when I do this stuff because then I gotta like rearrange, like get these pages back in order. I like that. Those are space cicadas. Splam. Now he gets it with the wipers. Squawk. Smears it all across the windshield. What else? Here's this skeleton astronaut guy having an argument with the this alien king. What else? Astronaut bashes this robot with a rock. The Tower of Fortitude was established in the year of 1940. We've got Bonehead, our titular character, and his buddies, Mort and Doyle. We've got the introduction of Bonehead's boss at the poison factory, Mr. Shivers. I like this page. He's tasked with, he's got this whole box of pencils he was given to sharpen. And so he's sharpening it. He's like, this stinks. I can't, I'm looking at it backwards. So so he sharpens the pencil. It's like the sharpener's like, oh, chunk. And it's like all smoking and all chewed up here. And then, so he opens the drawer. And he sees a little manual sharpener in there. And he's like, and it's perfect. Ding. He's like, this sucks. So anyway, that's some Bonehead. Maybe I should show. I'll show one more. I'll show the first page with the trap worm. Okay, so Bonehead, he's like, he leaves the room that he was locked in by his superiors, and then they're walking away, and he's sneaking out, and then he hears a voice, and so he just dives into the first room that he's walking by, and it says, "Caution, trap worm," and then it sounded like whatever the dialogue is going to be, it's going to be like he thinks he's been like nearly been caught, like he thinks someone's going like, "Hey, you," and so he dives in, and it's just these guys having like a random conversation. They don't care, and so he dives into this room, and then he closes the door. He's like, "That was close," and then he opens his eyes, and monster worm. Okay, so that's the show for today. I'll be doing the last few pages of this book in September. I'll be inking them, and then I got to get them all scanned and colored. And I'll be probably coloring it starting in September to maybe October. I don't know. But other than that, I'll be doing more drawings like this on here. I'll be back tomorrow doing something like that. Goodbye, everybody. Don't forget to do the dishes after you wreck the dishes with your cheese and your chocolate. What are you eating with cheese and chocolate? Cheese s'mores. Bye, everybody.